often say that looking back, vision is 20/20. We believe that it's not the case with vision, eye problems. Here at NWI Educate, we are glad to have Dr. Lewin today.
I'm so happy to be with you again, Dr. Stella.
It's all about that vision.
It is indeed.
Let's talk a little bit more about the eye problems. Is this a big problem?
You know, it really is. It's very widespread, and there are so many different reasons that you can have eye problems. Let's try and list a few of them and maybe some remedies that we can do for the problems that we can encounter. The first one is dry eyes.
Ooh.
Do you ever feel like you have sort of grit in your eyes, or, you know, like the sand that you feel when you're going to sleep, when your eyes are getting tired? You have sort of burning in the eyes. This can occur from not producing good quality tears or enough tears.
Dry eyes.
Yes, and if you work with a fan, for instance, that's blowing on you all the time, you can have this feeling of dry eyes. What can you do about it? Well, you want to be sure that in your diet you're getting enough omega-3s.
Omega-3s?
Yes, fatty acids.
Fatty
exactly.
acids.
Right. And you can use natural tears. These are over the counter. Tears natural or natural tears, and sometimes a testosterone eye cream can be used, but I guess you have to get that from your doctor. So you can rinse your eyes out with baby shampoo. You know, baby shampoo says no more tears, right?
Oh, wow.
So it doesn't irritate the eye in any way. You rinse it out, and then you can use whatever drops you're going to use to lubricate the eyes.
So Dr. Lewin, is dry eyes very common condition with menopause and andropause? Because I heard you say testosterone levels.
You know, I think that it can occur at any age. I really wouldn't put that in that age group alone.
Okay.
You could have it for many other reasons too. Then the next one is eye strain. For those of us who are in front of a computer screen or the TV or even tablets and so on.
Cell phones.
Your eyes get tired, and if you go driving long distance, or if you're reading for long hours at a time, any kind of overuse of your eyes,
I can imagine,
causes them to get them very tired and very strained. And so the thing to do is rest them. Sometimes even just changing where you're looking. Like if you're looking in a car, you're looking at a distance, you can look momentarily, of course, closer or further away, or just change the direction in which your eyes are moving. Sometimes even rolling them around, you know, doing some exercises like that makes a difference for the eye. You know,
so with the young people who are using the electronic gadgets these days, even adults, you know, a long time ago it used to be that when you take a break from work, you really take a break from work.
Yes.
But these days when people take a step away from their computers, you know, they're zooming in and zoning into their phone, social media and everything. So what recommendations do we have to our viewers?
This is obviously something that they need to be aware of. And so if they are aware of that, they can do less of that phone work at a time when they're at work. Maybe leave it for in the evening when they're off, and they can take a break whenever they need to. But the staring at that blue light of the computer is definitely damaging to your eyes to some extent. And so you want to be able to check with your doctor and make sure that there may be some other things you can do, either get glasses that can help to diminish that, or at least get some rest.
Okay.
The other one is, what if you produce too many tears?
Yeah, always crying.
If your eyes are, you look like you're crying, but you're not. What is the thing that's going wrong? And you know, there in your eyes you have these tear ducts.
The tear ducts, yes.
You know, and if they are plugged for some reason, the eyes produce tears all the time, and they overflow.
Oh.
So you have tears running down your cheek. You're not really sad or crying.
I've seen that,
but that's a problem. So you may have wear protective shades when you're out in the light. Sometimes excess light, or again excess wind or other conditions, can affect that. So if you find yourself tearing a lot, it may be something they need to massage the eye ducts, or your doctor will have a remedy for that too.
So Dr. Lewin, what about for women who like to put the mascara on their eyes?
Yes.
Is there any relationship between that and the dryness or the teary eye?
Well, they have to be very skillful to get the mascara on the eyelashes and around the eyes and not in the eyes. And so often you find that a little bit of mascara, especially if you put your finger to your eye without noticing it, it irritates the eye. This is not meant to be in your eye, it's meant to be around your eye, so be very careful.
Oh, thank you for that,
Yes,
Dr.
sure.
Lewin.
The next condition we can think of is infection,
That's a common one.
especially of the cornea, which is that white part around the middle of the eye.
Yes.
And you can get what they call, I mentioned cornea or conjunctiva. On the cornea, if there are, say, foreign bodies, people who do welding, for instance, have little shards of metal
That's
that can
right.
come and they can affect you there.
Or dust.
Or dust,
Yes.
yeah. And you can have problems there. Or with the conjunctiva now, you can have infection, either a viral infection or a bacterial infection.
Or inflammation as well.
Inflammation, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pink eye. You've
Pink
heard
eye.
of pink eye.
Pink eye, yeah.
That is where there's usually a virus involved with that, and it lasts maybe 3-4 days and it goes away. You just use some soothing drops and the eye takes care of itself. But if it is bacterial now, that is more significant. And one of the bacterial infections that you want to be aware of in babies, for instance.
Yes.
Babies who have been born to mothers who have had venereal diseases such as gonorrhea. Sometimes get
Sexually transmitted diseases. Yes.
can get very florid eye infections, and
Oh,
they
wow.
really need to be treated early for that because it can damage your eyes. So mostly these will be self-limited and will be going away in a few days anyway. But I would suggest if it lasts for more than 2 days or 3 days, you should see your eye doctor and
Wow.
make sure you can take care of that. But there are other things like trauma, eye strain, eye fatigue,
Yes.
you know, and other conditions that are more significant that can cause you to have maybe a red eye, glaucoma. Now your eye is kind of like your tires on your car. They are supposed to have a certain amount of pressure. Within them to maintain
Yes.
that globe. And if the pressure is too much, then the eye starts to get painful and also go red. And this is something that is potentially very serious because the pressure towards the back of the eye can damage the optic nerve
Yes.
that's there, you know, and can cause you to have a loss of vision. So definitely you want to be continuing to have regular eye checks, and your doctor will always be checking. They'll put that thing right on the front of the eye, which is kind of disconcerting, you know, when they put this instrument there, checking the pressure in your eyes. The next one we might look at is cataracts.
Cataracts, yes.
Cataracts.
That's a big one.
Yeah, they have little opacities in the lens of the eye. We're going to try and pull up a picture of the anatomy of the eye, which will show you the lens, the cornea, and the relationship between the different parts of the eye. You will see the lens, and I'm going to make an analogy between the lens of your eye and the white of an egg.
Yes.
The
egg
lens
white.
of your eye should be totally transparent in health. If it starts getting little blotchy white areas in it, that's not normal. And if it goes completely white, that's totally abnormal. And that's when your eye doctor comes in and says you need to get your lens taken out and a new one put in.
So you,
Cataract extraction.
so things start to be cloudy.
Cloudiness of the lens, exactly.
Okay, so whenever you vision, you're starting to see like this fog in front of you.
Right.
Those could be early signs.
It could be an early sign, or if there's a halo around the lights as you travel at night, you know, the street lights and so on. And in the same way that everybody can picture, as you cook an egg, the white of the egg suddenly becomes white rather than transparent as the heat is
Yes.
applied. Too much ultraviolet light and too much sunlight on the eyes can also damage your eyes in that way and can promote cataract formation. So you want to get yourself a good pair of shades and make sure that you wear them whenever you're out and about.
Wow.
And there are other conditions such as diabetes that can affect the eyes. We can talk more about diabetes as we go along because there are other things that diabetes will do both to your eyes and to other parts of your body. We may have to do a second HealthWise regarding this topic because it is such a big topic.
That is true.
You know, and we are going to we're going to just finish with this one in that also babies who are born of mothers who have had rubella, German measles, during pregnancy can be born with a cataract. And so that's one of the things that you want to know about. And you want to keep yourself well during pregnancy. Make sure you don't get any of these diseases. Immunize yourself. You should have had your rubella vaccination by the time you are of pregnancy potential age. And so that's not a problem we see a lot of nowadays, but there are many people who prefer not to take their immunization, and so you have to look out for that as well.
Dr. Lewin, you have provided a lot of information to our viewers today. You know, you mentioned diabetes. You know, quite often most people take it for granted that blood glucose can affect your eyes in many ways, mainly 3 ways. So you're talking about glaucoma, cataracts, and retinopathy. So the advice we have for our viewers today is see your optometrist, ophthalmologist, or your eye specialist, because that's important. Anytime you start seeing things differently, don't wait until years later, because we know that looking back, vision is not 20/20 with the eye problems.
That's correct.
So maintaining a healthy lifestyle has a lot to do with eye health.
Yes.
Of course, trauma is another cause of problems with the eye.
Yeah, protecting your eyes whenever you are in a situation where it might be hurt. So we may have to continue with the retinopathy and other conditions on part 2.
Absolutely. So the advice we have for you today is, let's keep the eyes open, not just as we walk around, but as we implement measures to protect the eye, nourish the eye, and to be mindful that we only have 2 sets of eyes. And vision is something we take for granted. And for most people, it's when they go back to renew their driver's license, they are told you cannot drive at night anymore, or you can't drive. That's when they start looking for solutions. But let's not wait. Let's be proactive and take care of our eyes. Thank you for joining us. Your host here, Dr. Stella and Dr. Lewin. Have a best life ever.
Keep looking forward and stay optimistic.